firm's legal content writer. That was a new role that was created when I joined the firm, which was in September 2018.
I joined the firm in 2008. I was 17 years old, so I was pretty much right out of school. Not long after that, I started working as a paralegal, and I decided then that I wanted to be a solicitor. I wanted to pursue a career in law, but not just settle for working in the legal profession. I wanted to be a lawyer in my own right.
I joined in 2014. My bread and butter work is corporate M&A work, which normally entails advising clients in the purchase and sale of various businesses. But even though that we are a Scottish firm, we do a lot of international work. China deals, Swedish deals, American deals. So there's an incredible international flavour to a lot of the transactions we do.
I had come from a background in contentious construction work, so I had a grounding in construction and in litigation, but now I do a little bit of everything. It's a role that really suits me, it suits my skills. I spend my time reading and writing about the law, and I find it really interesting.
I do have varied work, but that's what drew me to a career in litigation and that particular team in the firm.
Glasgow office Harper Cloud was a very strong department, it's a very well known department, but maybe not the same profile in the East. And I was hired to develop that and build it up. Not as a partner though, but as an associate, come in and to go up to the next level. And it's something I thoroughly enjoyed in terms of the flexibility and the trust that I was given by the partners in the Glasgow office. It was a great feeling to be, because I said this won't happen at the start of my career at Harper Cloud, to be trusted and with this huge endeavour.
I work 3 days a week as legal content writer. I usually work Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. There's quite a lot of flexibility around that, which I really appreciate. I've got 2 daughters of primary school age, and having the ability to work around that really helps me. I'm based in Edinburgh, so I go into the Edinburgh office there, but my team's based in Glasgow, so I'll quite often go through just to catch up with everyone, see what people are doing, get ideas for articles that I'm writing. And I think if you need input on something, it's quite often easier to get that face-to-face and in person. So it's a mix, and as I say, the flexibility is really key for me. Working 3 days has made a massive difference to my work-life balance, and it just suits my skills so much better. What I did in my old role was quite niche, and it would be a kind of similar sort of thing that you were doing all of the time, whereas in this job, because of the whole range of sectors that I write about, I have learned a lot about a lot of different things, so that expansion of my legal knowledge has been really significant. I had a lot of gaps when I first started, but the firm were really supportive. Obviously they recognised that it was a transition that I was moving from into this new role, and because no one had done it before, I was able to make the role my own as well. I think Harper Cloud is quite unusual in how valued the business support services are. I've never felt that I am treated any differently to a fee-earning solicitor or client advisor than I am in a support role. It doesn't feel like there's an us and them and there's a divide. I really feel like there's a really good cohesion across the firm.
So the moment I became a newly qualified solicitor was special to me. It was about 10 years in the making, so I like to say I took the scenic route. Harper McLeod has supported me in various ways throughout my studies and through working here and as my role within the firm. The firm's given me tools and resources that have allowed me to excel throughout my career and through my studies. I've had access to some of the most accomplished lawyers in Scotland that's allowed me to excel throughout my career. Don't pigeonhole yourself into one area of law, even if you are a fixed seat trainee. There's so many skills to be developed across the firm by attending training, not only to improve your legal knowledge, but also to build up that network within the firm, because you never know when you're going to have to call in a colleague to ask for advice.
My small claim to fame is that I'm the author of a practical guide to partnership law in Scotland, which is the only current textbook on partnership law. Thomson Reuters was coming to meet various other people in the Glasgow office, and they said, would I like to come along? And it just came out in the conversation that I had interest in partnership law. They had mentioned in passing they had an academic from one of the universities writing it, but I'd like to just input in a couple of chapters. I thought, well, why not? It's only a couple of chapters a book, But then that same academic dropped out. So Thomson Reuters came back to me and said, would I like to write the whole book? I was quite reluctant at the start, to be honest, because that's quite a huge endeavour. I'd never written a book before. The thing that I would definitely say about Harper McLeod is, if you have an idea, good or bad, you can approach a partner with it, and provided it's a reasonable sound idea, they will let you run with that. It won't be the case that the partner trying to own it. It'll be your idea, it'll be your opportunity to build up your practice. And that's something we also consistently say to our team members, that if you have an area of law that you have a specialism or want to develop as a niche, it's something that we encourage you just to explore.
There's definitely a culture within the firm of recognising potential in people and good people. Not just good lawyers, good people.
Everyone is so supportive, and it's just such a positive working environment. There's so much encouragement and support. We have weekly catch-up calls where we don't really discuss work at all. We've all got to know each other as individuals now, and having that personal connection with your colleagues, I think, makes coming to work all the more enjoyable. So what I'd want my daughters to know for the future is to demonstrate to the girls that they can achieve both. They can do well in a career and at home. And I think in my old job, I felt like I was failing on both fronts. I wasn't able to give everything to work. I was never at home, doing long hours in the office. Whereas I feel that in the role that I'm in just now, I can positively demonstrate that you can have a career alongside a family life. And I really want them to know that and to be able to follow that example.